Well, howdy, y'all. Tracy here, and just me. Just me right now. Brad just left to go to work. You know how that is. It is December 8th, 2016, Thursday afternoon, 3:45 p.m. And it's partially cloudy, but still beautiful day. It is 66 degrees. Real feel right now feels like 62. The high will be 68, or was 68. The low will be 41. So we'll need to run our little heater a little bit tonight. We woke up this morning really cold because we had every window open, because it'd been warmer. So and we've been running just our normal fans. So yeah, it was cold in here, but we closed the windows, turned our little fan on, our little heater on, and shortly thereafter it was warm. So that's all good. Let me do this, my cheat notebook. I'll be a little scattered today, and as soon as I explain more, you'll understand. Last night I did, after Brad went to work and stuff, I just kind of did dishes and that kind of normal stuff. Brad had made spaghetti for our main meal. I loomed and watched a few movies. I have one side done. Well, I got to put the fringes back on. I have the one side done on that scarf. This is the part, and I haven't blocked it yet, so it's wanting to curl on me now. But this is that one part that I added on the scarf, and then it'll have the pink and black fringes back on it, and I'll block it. So that's that one side. Now I've got the other side on there, and I'm starting it. So, yep, got that going. And I just watched a few movies. Nothing really worth mentioning. And Brad had to work. He got home, and we had a pretty quick turnaround because we knew we had doctor appointments early this morning. So we did that. I was thinking about something. Anyway, sorry about that. We had a hard time sleeping last night. We both get kind of nervous about doctor appointments and stuff. And we saw the doctor this morning. And for Brad, I'll go over Brad's first. For Brad, everything was fine. His blood pressure was up a little bit, but he has white coat syndrome anyway, where blood pressure will go up anyway. His diabetes numbers were not that great. His A1C, or not his A1C, just his blood sugar. We both had blood drawn for the A1C, and also a urine sample was provided. She checked his head wound and said that it looked okay and everything. It's normal for it to kind of swell up and stuff during the course of the day. So, and then with me, my diabetes has gotten worse. So I'm going to have to really start being more proactive, much tighter control on that. She did say that that I do have fibromyalgia. According to my records, my history, with my previous doctors and stuff, that she thought I definitely have fibromyalgia and have had it for a long time, which explains a lot of stuff. Also, we talked about my depression and anxiety, and that I've been struggling with it a little bit more, and so she will be upping my antidepressant anxiety medication. It's just one. I'm taking extremely low dose. We'll be upping that just a little bit, and we'll start working on, we increased my gabapentin to help deal with the fibromyalgia pain, and to take NSAIDs as tolerated. You know, she said even if I do have to take like more prevental and breathing treatment because I am trying to use a leave, to go ahead and do that, you know, unless it's real severe. So, doing all that, and I'm supposed to have a well women's check Monday, but I'm thinking about canceling that for now. We'll see. I might talk to my husband about that tonight. Just not real comfortable having that right now. Just really don't want to have that right now, so we'll see. And also, I do have a therapy appointment Wednesday with a behavioral therapist. There, you know, and I am the first one that, and the first one that will go in for therapy if I notice the signs of struggling more with depression. You guys have heard me talk over the months about the depression. There's no shame in saying that you need some help. There's no shame in admitting it and admitting that you need some help, and, you know, and going for it. I find therapy to be very, quote, therapeutic, you know. And like my friend Nate Lopez had done a video on this yesterday, it can be hard to find a really good therapist. So, you know, it's kind of like trying on new clothes in a way. But, you know, there's been a lot of major changes in our life, especially over this last year. And, you know, it'll be good to do some therapy about it. I go into therapy every 2 or 3 years just for a short bit, just kind of make sure I'm centered and everything, and you know, get reminded of more coping tools and stuff which I use, and then, you know, so that'll be good because I really do need to start taking better care of myself. That's something that we all struggle with so much, so often, but I do need to start taking better care of myself as far as the fibromyalgia, because I don't want it. I'm not looking for a cure-all with medication. I know I need to do my part. I need to be able to exercise more, and like I said, living in this RV, there's not enough room to really exercise in it, so I'm going to have to exercise outside of it, which is the beautiful part about living where I do, is you can do that. So I'm going to be working on that, even if I only walk a short distance one day, and then I'll just keep increasing it. I may use that peddler a little bit outside, if I have some privacy. We'll see. And I might be able to do that. I'm not sure. But, so I want to start walking. We got those dog leashes coming in, and the therapy, and then with the coupling with the medications that she'll have, so that gamma patent, she's increasing. She wants me to take it now 3 times a day. So we didn't talk about the carpal tunnel because the carpal tunnel isn't real bad now. You know, I had that major flare, but I backed off of doing as much looming, and it's pretty good right now. I haven't really said much about it. It's like today is pretty good. So today was not as much of a painful day. I was able to walk better. I was able to do more standing and stuff, like at the doctor's office. So it was a good day. So anyway, got all that going on. You know, I was surprised that my numbers for the diabetes, I was, but it is what it is. I will have to start working a lot more diligently. Brad and I are both going to, on, especially after Christmas and stuff, eating a lot healthier and what I call a lot cleaner. So, you know, that's what we're just going to have to do. We did stop and check the mail. And I had a few packages come in of stuff we had ordered. This is that toaster oven set I was telling you guys about. I think this was like $16 free shipping. And it's this little pizza pan, and then a little cake pan. This bottom one, and then these two here are cookie sheets, and it just fits right in your toaster oven. So that's really nice. And I'm really excited to have that. So we haven't had anything like that. Also, I had ordered in 2 more of these Skin So Softs because we use this a lot. It's great for as a bug repellent. Also, it's the scent is really pleasing. We get the original scent. It's really pleasing. And I use it even just as a moisturizer, of course. And it comes with a couple of the sprayers. So I ordered 2 more bottles of that. And a bottle will last you a long time. So, but now I can have 1 bottle in back also. So that's good because, like I said, we use it. We'll even rub a little bit down in the dog's coat to help with allergic reactions and any kind of biting insect and stuff. So combed them out again last night for the fleas. They had just a very few on them, which we took care of. So that's getting better. Then my essential oils came in, and I'll be researching more on these and their uses. Which I love researching stuff. Anyway, I got my eucalyptus. And this all smells really good. And I got peppermint. And this is Basa, Basa. This is a 10 milliliter bottle. Tea tree oil, which is really good for using as a natural insecticide. And so is the mint. And so is eucalyptus. And then the lavender, of course. And the orange. This just smells so good. This is a great deodorizer. And I just love it. And lemongrass is one of my very favorites. So it's a 10 milliliter bottle. And a lot of your sets you see will come in 5. But I got all 6 bottles. And this is on eBay. Like I said, just type in the Basa, B-A-S-A, essential oil. And a set of 6 for $13.99 free shipping. Cannot beat that. So it's a great way to, and like I said, I'm not a spokesperson for anybody, and I have never dealt with any kind of other oil. So if you sell them, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to cut in your business or anything like that. I'm just saying this is a great way for those of us that want to just investigate a little bit into essential oils and not have to lay out a whole bunch of money. So I find aromatherapy stuff really does help me with my mood and stuff. It's a great way, another great way that I lift up my depression and stuff. Like I said, my depression isn't super bad, like where it's critical or anything. I probably will have 1 or 2 therapy sessions and be done. We're also going to be talking, it's not just going to be a therapy session about depression or anything. Also going to be about fibromyalgia and different ways to handle natural, different ways to do pain relief and control without medications and stuff. So I'm excited for that. Like I said, another learning thing. And I did get a card in from Max and Roll. That was so sweet. I was so very happy to see that. So very happy. That made my day. So I'm just planning on tonight. I need to clean house. I need to dust and vacuum and all that kind of fun stuff. I already did the cat litter box. Do dishes. I I want to get some soup started to have outside. Maybe I'll start that tomorrow night. Because tomorrow we need to go pick up prescriptions and then do a little bit of food shopping if we have any money left after prescriptions. Oh, with the diabetes too, we both got put on insulin. And I've never had to take insulin. This is land something that we're on now. So yeah, we're both going to be on insulin. Not real thrilled with that, but it's the way it is. But yeah, I need to clean the house and I need to get working on this garf and stuff. And I want to do some research, of course, on more on fibromyalgia and ways that I can improve my health having it, and become in less pain and have less brain fog and have less flu-like symptoms. You guys were, and I made the mistake of saying that, I thought I had the flu. Well, I did, because Brad had it for a few days. But then I will, in between, have the flu-like symptoms quite often. And like I said, the only time I ever know that I really have the flu is if somebody else has it, basically if Brad has it. Then I'll say, oh, well, maybe that's what it is. Otherwise, for years, we've not known what was going on with it. So, anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, I'll be doing some research and stuff and figuring out, what will be the best course of action. So, and we did order our Christmas presents last night together. We both got a saltwater medium rod and reel combo set. We didn't want a telescoping one. I think they're 8 feet. Yeah, they're 8 feet. Like I said, we didn't want telescoping one just because, anything that's telescoping, it loses some of the strength. So, that way, that's another thing that makes you want to, keep being able to walk and stuff. You got to be able to walk on these beaches to go fishing. And, we both love to fish and stuff. So, yep. So that's what that's what our main Christmas present. And, we found a good deal on it. And, then we're getting each other some movies, and then we'll just get like some little stuff, that would normally be in a stocking, but our stockings are in storage. So, well, wrapping that all up, and like I said, I feel better. It's kind of a relief when you get diagnosed with something, and in a way, because you're like, okay, that's what it is. It's a shock, and then it is kind of a relief, because then you're like, okay, where do we go from here then? I believe that once you find out what it is, it's half the battle, but then you need to, find ways to keep living your life. If I don't have to become in a wheelchair all the time, I don't want to. I mean, I won't have to in my home, but I don't really want to have it be to the point where I have to be in a wheelchair all the time, because what happens is, and this has happened to me before, when you can't really walk that well and you have to take your husband to the emergency room, or you have to take him to different doctor appointments, or even to go visit him, like say Brad was put in the hospital, and to go visit him and I can't walk. There's nobody to push me if I don't have, an electric wheelchair or something. So, and also it's just, I miss the independence of being able to go where you want to go on your 2 feet and stuff. I believe, if I end up in a wheelchair, then I know I will have done everything I possibly can. Plus, I want to, lose some weight, of course, and everything. So, yeah. that's all what's going to go on is, you know, we're going to do all that kind of good stuff. And I was trying to think of what else I was going to tell you guys. I don't remember. Don't remember what else I was going to tell you guys. But I think that's about it. You know, I'm not going to be doom and gloom about it. You know, I pretty well have prepared myself for it. And, you know, there's certainly a lot worse things in life. We all know that. And, you know, you figure, okay, when you get handed a diagnosis like fibromyalgia, or let's say lupus, or something like that, it's very shocking and stuff. But then you also have to kind of take a stand back and go, well, I was living with it yesterday and before I had this diagnosis. I was living with it, you know, months or years before I had this full diagnosis. So, you know, now that I know, I feel like I'm kind of blessed because it gives me something to work on. I feel like I'm kind of blessed that I know that this is what it is because this is what my life will be, and I will keep working on being as healthy as possible. Then I know that when I run these very, very high extreme fevers all of a sudden, well, they're not extreme, but they're high fevers. When I mean extreme, it's just like a furnace, just boom, you know, and for like 15 minutes in and off. And no, it's not hot flashes. So it's like, so when I, you know, run these fevers and stuff, I know that it's part of that. It's part of the fibromyalgia. When I wake up and I'm in a very, very painful day, or I'm very, very extremely fatigued, or I'm having trouble sleeping, that's a lot of the reason, because I've suffered with insomnia for a long time. So, you know, it's like, there's so many worse things, and I will just do the very best I can and not, you know, whine and cry about it. I will be, you know, researching and, you know, all of that. So, it is what it is. Right? It's not a death sentence, and it's not going to stop me from, I still will be living my life as full as possible. So, I hope everybody's having a great day. Don't let, I know this Christmas season is hard. I'm talking now to my friends that are alone, or maybe you feel alone, or maybe you're just having a really hard time. Don't let this season get to you. Count down how much longer it is till all of this is over, you know, and just go about your life the best you can. Because what is it, it's the 8th? And, you know, so is it 2 weeks? So it's the 8th and 15th and 7 more. So, you know, it's about 2.5 weeks. This Christmas part will be over with. You know, 3 weeks, the other part, 3.5 weeks. So, you know, it'll be over with. Life will get back to normal. So, you know, that's all you can do. You know, just carry on your life as best as possible and just ignore all the hubbub. I tell you what, you know, the greed at Christmas time and stuff, the greed normally gets to me anyway, but the greed at Christmas time and stuff really gets to me. You know, like at the Black Friday fighting and then people, you know, being upset if they didn't get some big, enormous gift they wanted or get a huge quantity of gifts. Like, I won't join, and this is just me, I won't join those Secret Santa exchanges where you put in a gift and you get 36 back. First of all, I don't need 36 gifts. I said I didn't need 36 gifts last year. I don't need 36 gifts this year. You know, I give gifts to my friends and family and don't expect anything back. You know, it's always nice if somebody surprises you, but if they don't, that's great too. You know, as long as they love you and you know, and appreciate you as a friend, that's all that's important. But I mean, I don't need, and two, and I made a mistake of saying this to somebody I thought was a friend, that I had heard and I did last year, that some of these are scams. Well, she took it wrong and stuff, but that's neither here nor there. You know, uh, but I've heard some of them are scams. Not saying that she took it as I thought that I was meant she was a scammer, and it wasn't the case. But yeah, I've heard some of them are scams, and it's like I don't want. And I basically don't want a bunch of people I don't know and stuff just sending me stuff. It's not about me getting a bunch of stuff, me accumulating a bunch of stuff. When you go through what we've gone through, which was really getting rid of most of your possessions, it's a very freeing experience. And I don't want to have a ton of stuff. You guys see me order in a few things now that Brad is working full time and stuff, and we can afford to get a few things that we needed. But these are things like that. I didn't order the huge selection of essential oils, and they come in great big sets. I ordered just 6. I only need 6. I didn't want a whole bunch that I didn't care for, that were going to aggravate our asthma or anything. I picked scents that won't aggravate either one of our asthmas. And, you know, this is plenty. This will honestly probably last me a good year. You know, that's all I need. This skin's so soft. These 2 bottles, plus I have a partial big bottle, which has probably got about that much left in it, will last me probably a year. So, you know, this bakeware, part of the reason we got this is because we normally buy 2 or 3 sets of the aluminum foil, which, like Brad said, don't really even fit in there, a month. So you consider that is about, I would say probably about, let's go on the low side, probably about $4 to $5 a month. Okay, but if you do that for even 3 months, and we've been in this RV for 8 months now, but if you do that for 3 months, you've already paid, this is already paid for itself. These will probably outlast my tow stripper, so, you know. But I don't need 36 gifts of crap. You know, I talked about that I wanted, Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. You know, I wanted to start a collection, and I told you guys I have some of those, just the little figurines, and what they actually were was you had to kind of snap them together, and I glued them together because they kept falling apart. And then I glued them to shelves that hang on a wall, little shelves that Brad had made. And I did the shelves in different colors and hand painted, you know, stuff on it. Because I wanted just the little stuff. I don't want the big stuff. I did get one posable. I think it's either the 10-inch or the 12-inch Jack Skeleton doll. And then Brad's getting me a pair of slippers I wanted for Christmas. They've got Jack Skeleton on them. You know, and then the movie. But, you know, that's enough for now. I wanted just the small stuff because we're in a small space. And I like the small figurines and stuff. You know, but like those Funkos, those are expensive. Those are very expensive. You know, when you consider a pop, you know, I mean, we really watch our money. We always have. But I'll tell you, I'm very kind of, I guess in a way, OCD, anal about, I like to know exactly where all my stuff is. I have boxes and trays and stuff everywhere with stuff set just exactly how what. I can show you like this, because I make use of this here is a wooden, candles came, I think, from my adopted son and his family. Yeah. No, that was a basket that I still have. This, though, at one point in time, somebody gifted us with some candles. This was 2-3 years ago, I think. One of Brad's employers gave him this. Anyway, I have it lined with some of my lotions, my vape juice, you know, a few medicines, pins and stuff. Just very, And I have those everywhere. I make use of all the space and stuff. You know, like that. You see on the paper towel rack we're not using over here, I have my cordless headphone. And then we have this, where you put this on the faucet for spray nozzle. Here, you know, we have measuring cups and stuff. That's our coffee pot right above, you know. But we make use of all the spaces, you know, because we don't need, we've become such a throwaway society that if you can't find something, oh, we'll just go buy another one. Or instead of trying to fix something, you throw it away and just go buy another one. Well, try to fix what you have first. I mean, we always got made fun of for years because we were the only people that didn't have a flat screen TV for a long time. Well, we have one that's in storage. We're still using a classic, you know, bigger one in here. Well, it's not a big one. It's a small, I don't know, 13-inch probably, maybe a little bigger than that. But it's, you know, not a flat screen. But it still works, and a flat screen is too big and would be too hard to really set up in here. And plus, we don't want to be living in here forever. You know, we don't have a Blu-ray. The DVD players are still cheaper. You know, like Brad picked that one up for $14. And I don't want to have to buy all new movie format. We already went through that, you know, when you had all the VHS and then all of a sudden DVDs started coming out. You know, and that's why I'm missing some movies that I love. But it's like, there's no sense to keep wasting money. I mean, I don't need to have the biggest and best and the brightest and newest of technology. Technology is a wonderful thing, but I don't need to go run out and have the newest phone or run out and have, you know, the newest computer or whatever. I mean, I'll upgrade when this one dies. So anyway, the greed really gets me. The greed. It's just like collecting umpteen pairs of shoes. I can tell you exactly what I have for shoes. You know, I probably have, let's see, I have 4 pairs of sneakers, and I have 2 pairs of Crocs. Well, they're Croc knockoff. And I have like 2 different pairs of slippers, and I probably will be throwing away at least 1 pair of slippers. I do have another pair of knockoff Crocs, black ones coming, because my black ones had to be thrown away. They were just so old, and I wear a lot of black clothing, and so I need another pair of black. My other Crocs are dark brown and a camouflage, so, you know, traditional camouflage. So, you know, those don't go with a lot of what I wear. So that's what I have for shoes. I don't collect handbags. And there's nothing wrong with people that do. It's just not my thing. But the thing is when you let your need for stuff outweigh common sense, and then you get home and you wish to hell you wouldn't have bought all this stuff, and I used to do that to a small degree because we've always been really tight on money. But you know, you can go crazy in the dollar store too, you know. But then you get home and you're like, why did I buy this? Or why did I buy this? Go out and buy this because I know I have 6 of them somewhere. I have 6. Let's see, tweezers. That's the tweezers. But I went out and bought another set because I couldn't find, and to me that's just so irritating. That's a small thing, but if you're going out and buying replacement stuff that costs more than that, you know, it's just like, I don't get this whole thing about show your love by giving your wife a big expensive ring or piece of jewelry. Well, that was back when, you know, hundreds of years ago, where you gave your wife jewelry in case you died or something so she could still feed the family, you know, or that you still had dowries and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't need my husband to buy me a big expensive piece of jewelry or a big expensive vehicle or anything, you know. So, anyway, I'm gonna get off here. This is long and I'm sorry. I hope everybody's doing good. And I'm working on my sale. And I'm still here for you guys. And I do love you guys. And I do cherish your friendship. Hang in there. And I think you guys are awesome. Oh, wow. Sometimes we get these big old birds that sometimes will be swooping down. And it's just like, oh, that was a big one. Anyway, yeah, I do think you guys are awesome. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.